This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the light. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video on my own personal YouTube. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch the video, as always. It is very much appreciated. Not very long now until the May Classics of 2024-5. I really forgot what year it was then. Of course, I'm talking about the UK 1000 and 2000 guineas over at Newmarket, as well as the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks from Churchill Downs. In fact, it's the Kentucky Oaks that starts the weekend off on Friday evening. So hopefully there will be some horses soon on Classic Watch 25. That's our run-in in that great race. Where can people find these horses? classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people can find these horses. As you can see at the moment, only the Australian trained and the Japanese trained horses are on the site at the moment. Japanese have already had their 1,000 and 2,000 guineas, and the Australian 3-year-old season starts in July 2024, believe it or not. But hopefully there will be some more horses soon ahead of the classics this week, maybe from the UK, maybe from Ireland, almost certainly from the US. So classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people will be able to find these horses. Right, we're going to get on with the horse today. One of a very dark horse, I think this one was, but it seems to be entered in the UK 1000 guineas, this UK-based horse. So it's been on the possibles list for quite a while. I'd obviously like to have seen a lot more of it than one run in August 2024 on the all-weather. The horse in question is Elwateen, trained by Saeed bin Saroor, owned by the Shadwell Estate Company, sired by Dubawi, and out of a dam called Torquil, who herself is out of Teofilo. The horse is also bred by Shadwell Estate Company. Form doesn't really tell us a lot, you see. In the 14th of August, the horse managed to beat a filly or mare called Orchid by one length at Kempton Park, running to a Racing Post rating of only 82. Obviously, I would have preferred to see a lot more of the horse and maybe the form of those in behind her on that day at Kempton in August to have turned out to be a bit stronger. But the horse is what it is, 1 out of 1, a pure prospect at this stage. But if connections are willing to chance her, then I am willing to sit here and take time of my valuable time and produce a video. People see the entries. The horse is always also entered in the Ascot Coronation Stakes on Friday, the 20th of June, as well as entering on Sunday, the 4th of May. The Bretford, the Newmarket, UK 1000 guineas. Other bookmakers are available, and they're obviously probably a lot better as well. So the entry is there for the first Phillies Classic of the UK season. So we really have to take a look at her, I think. People take a look at the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. They will see that Elwateen is another tried and tested 8F dam line. Very interesting dam line that is. We'll take a look at it once we've looked at some of the horses. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the first 6 dams of the horse, I think, Elwateen, and then we're going to pick up any black type horses along the way, as we usually do. And then at the end of the video, we will watch Elwateen win the race at Kempton on debut. And then I think we will all get on with our lives. The first dam of Elwateen is very interesting. Torquil. Oh, hang on, I think there's somebody at the door. Can you just hang on a second, please? They always come on the door when I'm recording. This is like they can see me. Hello, everybody. Apologies for that. Yeah. Right, where were we? The first dam of Elwateen. Very interesting mare herself, Torquil. A filly foaled in 2017, sired by Teofilo, out of Rafada. People will see that Torquil, if they look at the form, was only failed to win 1 of her 6 starts. 5 wins out of 6 starts. Earnings of €188,140 in France. Very good horse, Torquil. Winner of the Group 1 Prix Saint-Hilary of 2020. The horse also won the Group 2 Prix de la Nonette the same year and was fourth in the Prix de l'Opera at Longchamp in the same year. Went to Dubai in 2021. We will be bred to see the stars in 2022. So I think this might be the one. Elwateen was born in 2022, so that is the foal that they're on about there, bred to Dubai. So Group 1 winning first dam there, Torquil. Moving on to the second dam now, Rafada. A mare born in 2012, sired by Oasis Dream, out of a dam called Joanna. People will see that Rafada raced 7 times in her career, and she was actually in the first 2 on 3 occasions. 2 wins and 1 second, for career earnings of €57,800 in France. Interesting horse, Rafada. Actually won the Grand Criterium de Bordeaux at 2 in 2014. So another pattern run winner there. Black type producer, as we know, from looking at Torquil. Another one bred by Shadwell. Looking at the third dam of the horse now. They fly through them only 2007, 18 years ago, with the third dam. Joanna, a mare foaled in 2007, sired by High Chaparral, out of a dam called Secret Marina. People see that Joanna, another decent horse. Joanna won 6 out of her 11 starts, and in the first 3 in 10 of her 11 starts, with earnings of €386,897, racing in Italy and in France. So all 3 dams are black type winners, I think it's fair to say. You'll see there that the horse at 2 won the Premio Vittorio Crespi Senai in Italy, and the Group 3 Prix de Calvados at Deauville. Was also third in the Group 1 Prix Marcel Boussac of 2009. And at 3, another solid career for the horse, classic placed in the French 1000 Guineas of 2010 when she was third. She was also second in another Group 1, the Prix Maurice de Guise. Won 2 more Group 3s, the Group 3 Prix Imprudence at Maison Lafitte and the Prix de la Portmaillot at Longchamp. And the horse also won a Group 2 Prix de Sandringham at Chantilly at 3. So the horse is pretty good, fair to say. It's a listed winner, triple Group 3, Group 2 winner, and triple Group 1 placed. Joanna. She was the champion 2-year-old filly in Italy of 2009, and she was the champion 3-year-old filly in France in 2010. The horse bred by Giovanni Falduto and owned in the end by Sheikh Hamdan as well. A very good third dam. This horse is strong for race dams. We're now going to try and show you a few relatives. You're probably there sitting there saying, here, hang on, Newman, it's all well and good you showing us these good 3 dams, but where's all the other horses related to them? Well, some liners, they are what they are. You know, they always end up at the same place. Red is one that we need to take a look at without any shadow of a doubt. Red, a filly born in 2019, sired by Muhara, out of Al-Najama. People will see that Joanna is in fact the second dam of this horse, Red. Red raced 9 times up to this day, according to the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. 3 wins, 3 seconds and a third. 7 out of 9 in the first 3 for earnings of €116,710 in France. Decent horse on her day, Red. She won 2 listed races. At 2, she won the 2021 Prix Harris de Bocato at Crayon. And at 2022, she won the listed Prix de la Salarina at Tarbes, I think that is. She was also placed, she wasn't. She was placed in another 3 listed races. The Prix de Lilas, the Prix Coronation, and the Prix de la Camargo at St. Cloud. Pretty good horse, dual listed winner. So again, not to be sniffed at. Red. Najwa, a filly born in 2020, sired by Invincible Spirit. Again, out of Al-Najama. Najwa won 2 of her 7 starts. She was third in another 2 for career earnings of €48,600. Najwa, again, secured black type when she was third in the 2023 Prix Amandine, a listed race at Deauville. Very interesting line, this, I think. maybe you could argue with some of these, born in 2019 and 2020, that this line is just really starting to get going. You'll see there, Joanna, the second dam of that horse as well. Willie Cazales we need to take a look at. Willie Cazales, a gelding, born in 2008, sired by Aussie Rules, out of a dam called Secret Marina as well. So we've got this one, his half-sister to Joanna, the third dam of Elwateen. Willie Cazales actually raced 25 times in his career, winning 6. The horse was in the first 3 in 16 of 25 starts, and the horse earned $1,490,281. Don't know whether that's US dollars or what. The horse actually won in New Zealand, you see. Group 1 winner in New Zealand, winning the Livermore Classic at Hastings. The horse also won 2 Italian listed races, the Premio Gardoni and the Premio Murano, both at San Siro, before heading to New Zealand and taking out the Group 1 race there. The horse was formerly named Cazales, raced in Italy, sent to Hong Kong in 2012 and exported to New Zealand in 2016, where the horse managed to take some Group 1 glory to the horse, gelded, bred by Giovanni Falduto again, and owned by Hermitage Thoroughbreds Property Limited. Pretty decent horse, the gelded, Willie Cazales, it's fair to say. The next one we need to take a look at is Run Zarak Run, a filly born in 2020, sired by Zarak out of Nidina. People see that Secret Marina is the second dam of this horse. Run Zarak Run, only out of the first 3 once in 4 starts, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. The horse has currently earned only £14,792 in Great Britain and France, age 5. I don't know if it's still running now. Run Zarak Run was second in the listed Prix Ceres of 2022 in France at Fontainebleau. So 2 trainers, Paddy Tomey and Harry Eustace, have trained the horse. Eustace, last of all, another one bred by Giovanni Falduto. Kalganov, a colt born in 2019, sired by Gita Fan out of Nidina again. So this one is a half brother to the horse we just looked at. Kalganov raced 24 times in his career and was in the first 3 in 8 starts of his 24, so a third of his times. Horse managed to win 4 starts, 1 second, 3 thirds, and earn £44,841 in France and Great Britain. Kalganov again was third in the Group 3 Paul de Moussac of 2022. Another one bred by Giovanni Falduto and trained by Francois Chappé in France. But again, sneaking black type, aren't they, these foals? They're only 5 or 6 years ago. Taking a look now, I think we are, anyway, at the 4th dam of Elwateen. Yes, we are. Secret Marina, a mare foaled in 1999, sired by Mujadil out of Marina Lady. Again, people will see a solid enough career for the 4th dam. She had 26 starts in her career and she was in the first 3 14 times. She managed to win 6 of them, be second twice and third 6 times, and earn €74,180 racing in Italy. Take a look at Secret Marino, bred by Foreignaxter. She was third in the Premio Pandolfi of 2001, an Italian listed race, over 6 furlongs. So while not as strong as the first 3 dams, really, about the same as the second dam, really, Raffadar. She actually won a listed race, that too. Over a bit further, Secret Marina, over 6 furlongs, and she finished third. But again, all four dams have got black type, it's fair to say. The 5th dam of the horse now, we're at Marina Lady. Marina Lady, a mare foaled in 1995, sired by Riverman out of Amenity. People see that if they look at the 5th dam of Elwateen, Marina Lady, they will see that she is down as being unraced. So she didn't really fail, did she? It's fair to say. Found a couple of horses related to her. Idle Affair, is an interesting one. A mare born in 1988, sired by Try My Best, out of a dam called Amenities. This is a half sister to the fifth dam of Elwateen. People see the Idle Affair race 30 times in her career. She was in the first three 16 times. She managed to win three, second 8 times, and third 5 times. Earnings of $61,752. Idle Affair, you'll see one at 3, the 1991 Brownstown Stud Stakes, a race held in Ireland. She raced in Ireland and North America. What she did do is she went on a little bloodline breeding tree of her own. I can find another 2 generations out of her that got black type. Idle Witch is one, a mare foaled in 1995, sired by Sky Classic out of Idle Affair. People see that Idle Witch raced 21 times in her career. She was in the first 3 in 13 of her 21 starts. She actually won 6 times in her career. Earnings of $315,801 US. Good solid horse, Idle Witch. You'll see there she won. She won 2 Group 3 races in America, and she also won the Irish 1,000 Guineas Trial in Ireland, in 1998. She won 2 Group 3 races, the All Along Stakes and the Glens Falls Handicap in America. She was also second in the Group 2 La Pravoyante Handicap in America, and she was also third in the what was then Group 2 Pretty Polly Stakes in Ireland. And she was also third in the Derrinstown 1,000 Guineas Trial as well. So, yeah, dual Group 2 place, dual Group 3, and listed winning horse there, Idle Witch. Not a bad dam, I think it's fair to say. She actually bred a horse that went to stud at some point in Turkey. Talipan, an Irish bred horse sired by Oratorio out of Idle Witch. Talipan raced 14 times in his career. He won 6 times in the first 3 in 10 of his 14 starts. Earnings of £322,000 British pounds. People see this horse, Turkish horse. He was the 2012 champion imported 2-year-old colt. And in 2013, he was the champion 3-year-old colt in Turkey. The horse won a Turkish Group 2, the yearling auction stakes. These are not international pattern races. The horse also won Turkish Group 1 there, the Turkish Prime Minister's Cup of Group 1. The horse also won the Turkish Grand Criterium as well, and a couple of Group 2 races and Group 3 enlisted races as well. It went to stud according to the Racing Post, but like I said, I ran the amenity line through the Arian Pedigree site, and I can tell you that Talipan isn't at stud now, so I couldn't really find any evidence of how many group winners and pattern winners he sired. Not many, I should imagine, because they don't have a big pattern in Turkey. Another horse bred by Fornat Stud and Dermot Cantillon and owned by Talip Ozturk. So, yeah, nice little 3-generation tree there, it's fair to say. Clifton Beat, a gelding, born in 1991, sired by Danzatori, is another one also out of amenity. This is probably the best jump source I found looking at all these. 145 rated hurdler and a 143 rated chaser, formerly trained by Philip Hobbs. If people take a look at the career, the horse also raced on the flat where the horse was raced 82. Did manage to win a race there on the flat in 1994 at Newcastle. But at hurdling, the best race, there's some little bits of pattern race form here and there. The horse was second in the 1995 Finesse 4-year-old hurdle, beaten 4 lengths by Brave Tornado. Ran to a mark of 124 on that day. It was also 5th at the 1995 Cheltenham Festival in the Triumph Hurdle, where it was beaten 16.5 lengths by Kissair, running to 127. It was second then at Aintree in 1995 in the anniversary 4-year-old hurdle, beaten 3.5 lengths by Stomping. So the horse is grade 2 placed on a couple of occasions over hurdles. And again there at Wincanton in the 1995 Elite Hurdle, the horse was second out of 3, beaten by a Tours, when the horse arguably put in one of its best hurdle ratings of 142. Best hurdle rating there was actually gained of 145, second in a £19,000 Aintree handicap. So Stomping again. There, yeah. I think the horse did go over fences as well later on. I do vaguely remember it. Yeah, it won a novice chase there. Look. Didn't really. It was fourth in the 1999 Magwell Novices Chase at Aintree, beaten 14 lengths by Flagship Uberales. And I don't know if there's any more blacks about that. Third in the 2000 Red Rum Chase at Aintree Limited Handicap. Third, beaten by Jungill by 4.5 lengths. The horse was what it was. It's fair to say. Won a couple of handicap chases, and the best chase mark once was reached there in one of 143 when it was fourth behind Flagship Uberales. Seemed to like Aintree quite a bit, didn't it? And a better hurdler than chaser by the Racing Post rating by 2.145, 2.143. We can now look at the sixth dam of the horse now, Elwateen Amenity, a mare born in 1979, sired by Luthier out of Almire. Amenity, you'll see there, only won 1 out of her 5 starts and 3,698 American dollars in prize money. The first horse really that has raced is that has failed not to reach pattern level, and we're going back all the way to the sixth dam of Elwateen before we can find a horse like that. Almira is the seventh dam, foaled in 1964. One horse I did find was Art Bleu, born in 1987, sired by Legend of France out of Almire. Art Bleu raced 18 times in his career, managed to win 5. Was in the first 3 in 9 of 18 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds in the third. And the horse earned €103,437. It raced quite well in the pattern. A Group 3 winner in France, winner of the La Coupe. And it was also placed in the Grand Prix d'Evry, Group 2. It was also third in the Prix de Harcourt, Group 2 as well. So dual Group 2 placed Group 3 winner Art Bleu, owned by Wildenstein and bred by Dayton Limited. We take a look now at the historical pedigree, 8F. You will see that there's our little section there. You'll see that Almire is there. Elwateen, which is the dam that I do take most of mine off on this line, it's fair to say. This is the one, Amenity. I think this is the first Amenity that has been tried. You'll see there that there's other classic winners quite closely related to the horse there. They are discussed in a different video. I don't really need to go into this pedigree at length. We've just got to where we needed to be. So there's other horse here, you see, Desert Hero, and now Gelding, born in 2020. Sired by See the Stars out of Desert Breeze. If people were to watch this video and track through, they will see that Almire is the fifth dam of Desert Hero, Elwateen the fourth dam. Desert Hero did win a few races. He won the Group 3 Gordon Richard Stakes, third in the UK St Ledger Classic Place of 2023. Also a Group 3 winner at 2, over 7 furlongs in the Solario Stakes. Horse now Gelding. I think the horse is now racing in Australia. Desert Hero, I think. So yeah, safe to say it hasn't worked out for that horse. But what it does mean is people that wanted to take a deep dive into this pedigree AF, all they need to do really is watch the video on Desert Hero, which I can import into this video as a card to enable me not to repeat myself. And I will import that now. So all we need to do really now is close down a few tabs to save on CPU and think about watching this horse win, Elwateen, and trying to work out if the horse at all in any way, after one all-weather run rated 82, is worthy of a place in a UK Classic. Not the sort of question I'd have expected to be asking myself, it's fair to say. But all we can do is watch the horse win at Kempton, watch it travel, watch it go round, and then see what we think, which is what we will do now.
They're in the gate. And they're off. They raced over 7 furlongs. A step slow away was Inquisition. The others came out in a pretty good line. Another one who just trails, however, in the early stages is Emily Rebecca. The early speed is put up towards the outside by Del Rey, the previous winner. Between horses is Maybe Not, and towards the inside rail is Elwateen, and these are the first 3. Orchid is just taking the trail in 4th position. Then towards the inside is Bint Maha as they go into the turn. Amarachi is next in the field, followed then a length and a half away by the slow-starting Inquisition, who now has for company Goodnight Irene, and there's a break then of about 2.5 lengths back to Emily Rebecca, who is being pushed along at the back of the field. They're going through halfway, just over 3 furlongs to go. Maybe Not runs the rail, has a lead of an neck to the outside. Del Rey racing in second. The favourite, Elwateen, is in third, still travelling well. Around that one's outside is Orchid with the White Blaze in 4th position. Bint Maha is now being ridden along in 5th. Then there's a break of a couple of lengths to Inquisition, who has now just gone by Amarachi. Racing inside the final quarter of a mile, 4 fillies now lining up across the track. Orchid near side together with Del Rey. Over on the far side, Elwateen. Maybe Not has now backed out of it. Inside the final furlong, it is Orchid on the near side who goes on. Leads now by a length to Elwateen, who is battling back towards the inside. Another 50 yards to go. Elwateen begins to get up, and it's Elwateen who has won on debut. Orchid in second and Del Rey in third.
Hard to know, really, what to make of that race, wasn't it, really, in the main, due to the level of it and the fact that the race was run on a totally different surface, than what she will be getting at Newmarket, or whether opposed to turf, as she does, if she does take her chance. But there's no doubt there that was a very game performance at the grade. I mean, she was headed comfortably there by the runner-up Orchid at one stage, wasn't she? And I think Elwateen showed some mettle there, and she fought back well to get off the mark at the first time of asking under jockey Kevin Stott. I think she's due to be ridden by the retained jockey if she races in the Youth 8,000 Guineas, which is always a bit of a negative. In my view, Jim Crowley, the jockey, he is what he is. But hopefully, if this horse does prove to be a UK 1,000 Guineas contender in 3 days, then I think it'll be very interesting to see how the filly gets on. Very lightly raced. You know, I've tried enough Albertines in the time to know that they are game, tough horses. You know, obviously we haven't got Albertine in the pedigree this time, but you saw evidence of the toughness there, I think, even if this one is out of Almire, the next dam after Albertine, that Elwateen fought back nicely at the end, didn't she? And it will be interesting to see how the horse develops over this season. Don't forget, if she was to line up in the UK 1,000 Guineas on Sunday, this will only be her second start in her career. You know, she's trying to do a Gennati, essentially. The Heights of Fashion mare. I think Gennati won the UK 1,000 Guineas on her second start after running on the all-weather for same connections. So it will be interesting to see how our team gets on and how she develops throughout the season. I think, excuse me, right, I think I can end this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch the video. As always, it is very much appreciated. What I will do is I will leave a playlist to all the Classic Watch 24, all the Classic Watch 25 possibles at this stage, so you can all look at them and enjoy them all at your leisure. And I will also give everybody an opportunity who has watched this video without subscribing to the channel, which is fine by me. You know, it's fine by me. This channel only exists so I can embed videos into websites if needed. But, you know, if you don't want to miss any more content, the only way you can really do that is subscribe to the channel. You know, that way you won't miss any horses that I'm interested in if you choose to follow them. But for now, like I said, I think I'm going to end this video. What a fantastic weekend of racing we've got coming up. Even for the National Hunt connoisseurs, there's racing going on at Punchestown in Ireland, which I hope to be reviewing at some point. So there's a little bit for everybody this weekend. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to join me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic weekend that's upcoming. Enjoy the rest of your week today as well, this week. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Look after yourselves and your loved ones, and take care. Goodbye.